NCRP Productions proudly presents Torg Eternity from Ulisses Spiele. Pan-Pacifica, Day 1. Episode 4.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Greg, and I would like to welcome you to a Sunday of Possibility, our Sunday Torg game. I'd like to take this moment to have our players introduce themselves, please.
Hello, this is Josh. I play Juro Fukozawa.
This is Shan, and I play Kiku Oonishi.
Hi, this is Barry. I'm running Son Hyong.
Hello, this is David. I'm playing Ko, Tactical Apprentice.
And unfortunately, Victoria is unable to join us for this session again, and her character Ayaka is currently with the group, but she's still rendered unconscious from a vicious fight that occurred earlier. So, if one of the players wouldn't mind giving us a quick recap of what happened last session, please.
Right, so, we were going to head to the temple. We thought that was the best idea. It was fenced in. They had a lot of potential bow staff and other melee weaponry. We thought, this is sure thing. Probably the best we're going to get. And then, lo and behold, out of nowhere, we were saved by these strange corporate guys.
DMV.
By the DMV.
Yeah. I'm not really sure if everybody else, knows what to think about these guys, but I think they're pretty good so far, except for that thing about wanting to shoot soon because he might have been bitten. I thought that was a little excessive, but I hope he was kind of joking about that. But the way Ko looked at me, I'm not sure that was the case. So now we're sort of at a resting point, getting ready to head towards their facilities, and I guess maybe get a closer look at everybody, which I'm not too excited about. But that's between you and me.
Okay. So we took a break, entered the woods, so the party was able to successfully navigate their way under the cover of night and stealth with some pretty amazing rolls to get to the safety of the tree line of the park that borders the Harajuku. The group took a rest, and everybody is getting ready to kit back up and head out. We are entering a new act. And because we are entering a new act, things refresh. So everyone, please go ahead and turn in your Cosm cards. And let's reshuffle and draw new ones.
Do we do the same thing with the Destiny cards?
That is correct.
And then how about possibilities?
And possibilities refresh. So everybody starts with 3 possibilities again.
And so if I had leftovers from the last game, it goes down to 3.
Down to 3, correct. And it seems like Kiku has something where you start with 4.
I just started, when I became a Storm Knight, I got a +1, pretty sure.
It's not a regular ability?
Prodigy, start with +1 possibility.
Nice.
Yeah, so you start to act with +1.
Oh, wait, okay, then I need
So
3
you get
more.
4, everyone else gets 3.
Right, so who needs...
I need 3.
You need 3.
Thank you.
And
Fully loaded.
I have my 3.
Okay, Josh,
Two.
2. Shan,
I
how many-
require 3, please.
And did everyone get new Cosm cards?
We're working on it.
All right.
Oh, thank God. I am not infected anymore. Or possibly infected anymore.
Or look infected.
Mm-hmm. Although having those extra possibilities was great.
It says play at any time, so can I play it now?
Yeah?
I'm going to play it now just to, I think this is a good opportunity to maybe get this one out of the way.
Uh-oh.
Outbreak.
Oh, shit.
You don't have to play your Cosm card, just saying.
Yep. Play at any time.
It's done. It's been played.
A rampaging horde of infected appear and are headed your way. This is the right time for us to escape these guys.
But we're missing a whole hero.
While they're distracted by this horde.
He's thinking of trying to get away from the Kanala goons.
Yes. All Storm Knights gain 1 to 3 possibilities after they deal with the creatures, depending on the size of the horde. I think this is our chance, and it's a big one. Okay?
Are there any other Cosm cards to be played?
No, that's pretty good right now.
I learnt my lesson from last time.
No, yeah.
Okay. So, in-game, everyone has had a chance to go ahead and refresh themselves, stretch sore muscles, knead out sore muscles, and your Kanawa escorts kit back up and then get into a formation. and informs everybody to go ahead and get into the middle of the group as they were before. So kind of looks around, just looks at each one of you, the leader who is at the 3 o'clock position, and just kind of nods when he's ready. Does everyone give him the nod?
Yep.
All right. So as he nods at the last person, and soon, are you still carrying Ayaka?
Yep. I'll carry Ayaka.
So nods at the last person, then all of a sudden when you hear up at the point, so basically the point security officer just opens up with his AK.
He has an AK?
Assault weapon.
Okay.
And everyone then just immediately goes on to alert, and the leader, sit rep. He's like, we have incoming, contact sir. And so, what do you guys do?
I wait.
So
Yeah, at
you
this
gonna
point, I
stand
don't
by?
know that there's anywhere to
stand
run
by,
per
yeah.
se. And
I don't want to run into it.
And,
Right.
Yeah, at this point, I'm
we're
surrounded by
we're
guns,
holding
so that's
ground.
probably
Like,
good.
if anybody goes to fight, then
I'm gonna
Juro
make it- I'm
will
gonna-
make sure that
Yeah.
don't.
I'm going to
don't
try
run.
and throw a silent signal at Juro. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
give him the wait. Right.
So you guys are looking at each other. When the point man says that there's contact at noon, the two other kind of fan out, and then they take up a position on the side. The man at the 6 turns and covers the entire rear and does not engage into the front.
Okay.
And so at that point, if you guys start straining, you can hear rustling coming in, and then there's a distinct sound of the growls.
First one sounded like he was burping or
Right.
retching up a smoke.
First one was like, whoa, fell down, hit, twisted an ankle.
All right. So
That's one thing you never see one of those fast-running zombies. I mean, they move
They
with
never
precision.
trip.
They never trip, nothing, man. They run in a horde, it all in one.
So everyone draw 4 destiny cards. Fill your destiny hand if you haven't already.
And improve actions are the actions that if we successfully conduct them, we get a possibility.
That is correct.
Okay.
So within the game mechanics, it says to draw a new destiny card and add to your hand.
Okay.
But if I recall the old Torg system, approved actions, you own 1 possibility. And I kind of like that. And
Or
'cause
maybe do one or the other if we're house ruling it. If you wanted a destiny card or the possibility, because a lot of the cards say draw a destiny card for a possibility.
So I like the idea of possibility energy and our
Okay.
Storm Knights being able to use that to their advantage for heroic. So let's go ahead and stick with approved actions on the card continues to get a possibility.
Okay.
So again, you hear as the first one opens up and Point Man unleashes and drops it, and then just coming through the trees, you see just
Oh, damn it, they're coming from
just
the trees.
movement. Yeah, so you're in the tree line, and so running through the forest from the tree line, you just see a line of
They're deeper into
Jiangxi.
the woods, or are they coming from the outside?
They were coming from inside of the woods. And you happen to notice the one that just got put down was wearing your game colors, Cole.
My boy.
Was your boy.
Well,
So-
still my boy, just not as friendly.
All right.
Give it a
so the initial the initial number that comes in, you immediately count 8 Jiangxi come running through, and so villains have first attack.
Oh, good lord.
So what we will do
And are
is
we going into the forest? We've just come out of the forest, or that we're siding the forest?
we just went in.
so you're moving through the Harakaju, maybe got about 40 yards into the forest when
Okay.
the leader called for a rest, thinking that the forest would provide some cover. You stayed there for maybe about 30 minutes as everyone, got a chance to catch their breath, knead out the sore muscle, especially in your legs that you're feeling. That's when you had the conversation with the leader about some of the history and some of the other teams that are out. And then finally called, get ready to go, and you start moving. Then all of a sudden, the man at the noon ended up opening fire, and then
So if they're coming from, I apologize if you were reiterating, but they're coming from farther in the forest.
that's correct.
And they're coming from the direction we want to go.
That's correct.
Okay.
That is correct. So each of you is going to have 1 on you, and so that's going to be 4. And then we will roll random to see who the other 4 go to.
ooh.
So there's 3 at the point, and so the man who's
5
at the
others.
6 is watching. Ayaka's down. so they're not going to go for her. So there's one left who's going to go for somebody, and we'll roll randomly for that. Goes for one of the Kanawa. Okay, so I'm going to do the Kanawa attacks first. Okay, so what you guys see is, immediately the 3 Kanawa security officers formed your front line, and so 2 immediately go to the man who was at the noon. And so what you see is, him kind of sidestep one, just spray into it, or getting ready to spray into it. When another one comes, just hits him right on the side and tackles him, and you can actually see and hear teeth just get right into his neck and bites down. He's like, ah! As he screams, and the thing is just ripping at it. The other 2, his partners, go to turn in to protect him, but at that point, they get attacked, and so they're trying to fend them off, and others run past them while they're busy and no longer able to open up fire, and run past them, and one each goes for you, the players.
Hell of a card there, Dave.
So Josh, the one on your character extends, just goes up, it just goes like leaps. You're easily just kind of duck under it as it lands, turns, but misses its first attack on you.
So I have block strike as a perk, which says when missed, 1 shock to unarmed strike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So as it lands, it goes to turn into you because it did miss, but just, your muscle memory just comes and you just throw it a side block and catches it just right up on the shoulder and fists on the side of the head.
Nice.
And it kind of stumbles and it takes that point of shock. Now, from your experience that anybody, should be stunned, but this thing doesn't seem to be stunned off of it.
Yeah.
Kiku, the one on you. And what is your melee combat?
Melee combat.
Yeah, up with melee weapons.
Oh, I see.
Or unarmed combat or melee weapons.
Melee weapons 10.
10. So that is a hit.
But I also have +2 defense because I'm wearing body armor.
Okay, so that will lower it from
You're also wearing one of those
outstanding.
body shield, the body
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Body armor.
Yeah.
Outstanding to just 1 bonus die damage.
Dang. At least you had the armor.
Oh, also too, one thing that I remembered that we weren't playing correctly last week is when you roll the infinity or roll a 6, it counts as a 5, not as a 6, but you do add to it. So you still continue rolling.
That's interesting.
All right,
So that was changed too.
That's cool.
So for you end up taking 1 wound and 2 shock. So actually, what is your toughness?
6.
Yeah, so 1 wound, 2 shock. So this thing kind of, as it's running towards you, just snarls, leaps, and just comes down, both claws just raking down your side.
If I wanted to soak, I'd have to use one of these, right?
That is
I
correct.
don't want to do that yet.
But you can soak if you want.
Well, I get tests to soak are favored because I'm tenacious.
What does favored mean in those cases?
So favored means that you can opt to re-roll the 20, but you have to take the
the next
second
roll.
option.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll pass for now.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about that.
Soon, the one on you. And what is your... Are you using a weapon?
Ayaka. No, I'm not using a weapon.
Okay, what is your unarmed combat?
8.
8.
Oh, wait, unarmed combat's probably the same. Yeah, 8.
Okay, so that is a hit on you. And that is... Okay, so what is your toughness?
9.
So 9, that is... Okay, and you end up taking... You take 2 shock. So when it comes down, it just runs at you, just both arms flailing.
I'm doing everything I can to turn my back and side to it or dodge because I don't want Ayaka to get hit.
So as you turn to be able to actually move Ayaka from a fireman's position to your arms, you turn your back on it and can just feel scratch on your back. Didn't bite deep, but definitely felt the pain. Mm-hmm. And then Ko, on you, what are the odds that it's actually your X gang number?
Yeah, right.
Probably 1 in 8.
Can I get a bonus defense against them?
It's not.
Okay, cool.
Oh, rolled off the 20,
Good.
but misses.
Nice.
And so it comes up, but I mean, you see it coming to sidestep it easily. And it is the hero's turn, and heroes are inspired.
Which means
So all characters on all heroes immediately recover 2 shock.
nice.
And the approved action is any.
Really? Oh, it already says any. Awesome. Okay.
All right, so hero's turn. Who goes first?
I'm gonna try to chop the head off the one that attacked me.
Okay.
I roll 20.
So keep your 20 and then roll another die so you can add to it.
33. So that is
Plus 10.
plus 10 to 20.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that is going to be an outstanding 2 bonus die for damage.
So do I roll? It says strength plus 3.
So what is your strength?
6. 9.
So plus 3, 9. That would be your base damage. And so your base damage would have to beat their toughness. They have a pretty good toughness. So in order for you to do damage, you need to go reach above the toughness, but you have 2 bonus dice to roll and add.
Oh, so the damage
that's a 9.
You're adding this to the
That's
amount.
kind of cool. Oh, infinity.
So that's a 5
7.
and
Now
7,
roll that,
and you
yeah.
get to roll another. Yep.
Infinity, yeah.
17.
So 17, that is... Okay, so the thing that just kind of raked you, you're able to actually come up with your katana, which normally would have... You're in the process of doing a block, but it stepped forward, but you're still coming up. End up catching it nice and clean under the jaw with a katana and just cut straight up. Tell us what we see.
Because I'm blocking, or what I think I'm doing is blocking. It gets in my way, so I basically bisect its face from the chin to the top of the skull, so we can like see the bisection of the brain and all of the front parts of the face, and the back of the tongue is just like sticking out of the front of the mouth.
And so the thing just kind of, as it takes a few steps forward, blood just completely shoots out and gore matter comes flying up with the swing of the katana. You can see it just spill out as it tumbles forward, and you step by and boom, the dead thing just falls at your feet.
Yes.
So who's next?
Because I succeeded on a
Oh, yes.
in any, do I get something?
That's right. Any attack will get you a possibility. Who's next?
Well, I can go next, but so my question is, I figured there's going to be some negative. I'm holding her. I'm not going to throw her on the ground to attack. And so I'm probably not going to be able to use my hands at all. So I don't know if you want to impose something or not, but I figure I'm going to, at this point, maybe jump up and kick, that kind of thing.
You can also attempt to defend, too.
Yeah, it says I'm favored for active defense. But is the defense worth it? I mean, how much better is active defense than normal defense? Because in a lot of games lately, it's a waste.
Well, part of my thought was on one of our turns, we need to see if we can find if there's a way to get out of this and let these guys get distracted by the guys with the guns, because they're obviously attracted to noise. Like on my turn, I want it to look around and see, is there a way out?
There's one on each of us, though. I mean, we at least
No, I know.
have to-
But for this specific scenario, I intended to attack the one that was on you.
Okay,
Because I already had one on me.
gotcha. Okay.
But I wanted to see if I could attack and look for a way out, or if I couldn't, then at least, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Because the whole idea was, if we're going to do this, we're doing it as a distraction tactic, so we might as well go all in on that.
So you sacrifice your turn, you roll a d20, and you're adding that to your defense until your next turn.
Okay.
So
you add
can I
that?
kick it?
Okay.
Yes, you can,
Okay.
but it is going to be a difficult task. It's going to be -2 just for the weight, -4 if you're not worried about dropping her.
-4 if I am worried about dropping her.
Correct.
Okay, all right, so I'm going to attack. This is going to be interesting. So, presently, that would be a 5. So I'm going to spend a possibility. And instead,
Nice.
that is going to be a 13.
13 does hit.
Okay.
And so you end up just kind of doing the kick. What is your strength?
Just the kick,
Yes.
so 9.
So 9 does not defeat its toughness. You kind of push it back and stagger it, but you can see as it just continues to go forward.
Okay.
And so-
We
but
gotta
you
get
did-
out of here, guys.
But
We
you
gotta
did
get outta here.
succeed.
So, seeing Soon have those problems with Hawaii's holding Ayaka, I'm just gonna ignore the one that I definitely evaded and go run over there, maybe kind of push or punch and try to knock the infected off of him that's attacking them.
Okay.
And
so,
I'm hoping somebody else is going to look for a way out of this, because I'm a little occupied by this.
So you do know that one's on you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're choosing to go and attack the one on
Yes.
Soon and Ayaka?
Well, yes.
Very good.
Yeah, he's disadvantaged by holding that high school girl, so I'm going to try to give him an opportunity to put some distance between him and that thing.
That is a nice, good, heroic action. The universe rewards that.
Oh, yes. Thank you, universe.
So for those in the audience, that was a possibility that was awarded for, helping those in need, and make your attack.
All right.
We
Here we
call
go.
it Universe, formerly known as Greg.
So the first one was a 3. There, you can have this back,
Yeah,
universe.
that-
All right. Then we got an 18. So that's going to be a 16.
16 hits.
Right. And so it's going to do strength plus 2. And strength is 9. So that's 11.
So 11 does not beat its toughness. So even though you run and just deliver a good strike right
that
to
won't
the
help.
temple, I mean, whatever's infecting these things doesn't seem to feel that,
get my
what
brass
should have been a
knuckles out.
good shot to at least stagger somebody.
And he gets a possibility back because he succeeded.
Yes, he does.
Oh.
My last one.
Yep.
Okay, so Kuro's got one on him, right?
Everybody
killed
has
mine.
one on us.
I
You
killed
killed
mine.
yours. She killed her.
Oh, right. Everyone
So there's 2. All right.
But
so what
Kiku
I-
has one on.
So what I want to do is, since we're kind of central to the group, we're behind the umbrella, right? The front line, right?
Correct.
So what I want to do is I want to take.
But there's one amongst you who's watching the 6.
Yes, they're behind us. He's got one on him, right?
Negative.
Oh, I thought he did have one on him.
Nope. So one of the
They didn't
guys
get
up
through
in
yet.
front had 2 on him.
Why didn't he help us then?
Good. So what I want to do is I want to try and grab the one off of Kuro, and I'm going to try and grapple it basically, but I don't want to do damage. I want to throw it, and I'm going to throw it at the guy that's watching our 6. And I want to see if these things, I'm guessing they just might attack on proximity. Like, there's a closer
he
target.
gonna hold a
I run
grudge?
across over there. Let me they're blatant, savagery is what I'm assuming.
Non-discriminatory.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So I'm gonna try and buy us some time. My goal is to get us all without one on us, so we can make a break for it while these other guys up front are busy. So I need to give this guy in the back something to mess with.
So as you run up, you just kind of do a quick glance over, and you can see that the one at the 6 is maintaining discipline and watching the rear.
So his back's to us. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna throw that sucker right on his back.
Roll the
Throw
hit.
that monkey right on his back. All right, here we go.
This is going to be unarmed.
Oh, yep, unarmed combat. Alrighty, here we go. Get down!
Shit, and it's not in the thing.
All right, so that's
Whoa.
49.
Oh, yeah, no, it's 49.
That's
right. I was thinking
49.
it's
So that'd be
possible.
Yeah,
plus 13.
Plus 13. How about a 26? Does that hit? Yeah.
That does hit. It's going to be an outstanding hit.
Right. Got a monkey on your
You
back.
actually are going to be able to cause outstanding damage with that because of your hits.
Okay.
So
now I'm wrong.
So now grappling damage would normally be strength -2,
Okay.
but you never know what you're going to roll with your damage.
I have unarmed combat. My unarmed combat is strength plus 0.
But you're grappling.
'Cause I'm a brawler. Okay, all right. Where's it?
So that's a 5.
11.
9.
11
Plus
plus,
your strength
my
minus
strength
2.
of 9, so 20.
-2.
Minus 2, 18.
You just hulked out right there.
Yeah.
Get over there.
So your plan worked too well.
Okay.
So what you saw was Juro left his combat to go help Sue.
Okay.
So when he withdrew from that melee, it distracted the Shang-Chi that was on Juro. You took advantage of that, ran up behind the Shang-Chi on that was on Juro and getting ready to attack his back. Do a full body lock, do a nice twist, end up getting hip to hip.
Just rip him in half. Whoops.
No. You're going straight for
The throw,
to toss him into
Yeah.
the one taking the knee, and you did and timed it perfectly.
All right.
So, unfortunately, what happens is when the thing lands up against the soldier,
Grenade goes off.
no, nothing that spectacular, but it does end up impaling its eye on his knife, the K-bar that was sticking out of his pack, and ends up killing it.
It killed him. Fuck. Not what I was going for.
It worked too well.
Is that? Yeah. Okay.
You know that it's like Scottish Highland Games or some kind of Olympic sport where you've got a big old ball at the end of a cable and you have to spin it
Oh
around
yeah,
a
yeah.
circle.
Somebody got hit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining
Whoops.
happened.
Damn it.
So,
A little too
however,
hard.
I might have pulped that guy. You know what I mean? He might have got some blood on him.
He like turns around and he's like, what?
He might freak
What?
out just
Where-
long enough for us to make a run for it.
So he, was completely caught off guard. The Kanawa security guard that was watching the 6 ends up getting flattened down though.
Okay.
And so
Nice.
it does knock him off balance. So the 3 others go. So you can see them. They're actually engaged in hand-to-hand. One disengages, goes to go shoot at the one on him. You can hear the leader yell, "Don't fire! It's going to attract more." And so he turns around and
Rifle butts it.
now he actually just with the point of the barrel, just straight up, just barrel strikes it. So you can see that's what they're doing. Only one of them hit, knocking one down. So, but they're still up. So the 4 that were attacking the guards are still up. The 4 that were attacking you, 2 are down.
I imagine the one stuck to his back. So
Yeah,
when he turned to look at us, because somebody shoved him, if he wouldn't have fell over, he would have turned and looked at us, and then he would have been behind him again.
So this is the end of the action turn. So everybody can now put
And
a destiny card into play.
Possibility for that throw, right?
Yes, you do.
Awesome. All right, cool. All right, so now we can put a card into play.
Everyone can put a card into
So
play.
just so I know, after we do this, you're going to flip a different one, so this bottom anything is going to go away, right?
That's correct.
I'm going to play idea. That's the one that says basically we can change the bottom word to any.
I like that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, I think that'll be helpful.
Okay. So the new round, villains are first. Defend and taunt are the preferred actions.
But now this changes it to any.
if
When
we
it
play
gets
it.
played.
When you
When
play,
it gets
okay,
played.
Gotcha. Okay, so the first person wants to play that, right?
And it is defend as an action. That's the active defense is defend.
That's correct.
Not just us generically defending. As
It's
you
not
attack.
them missing. It's
Right.
you actually losing your turn to defend. Okay, so there were 4 on the guards. I will roll for them first. One of the guards is actually dead.
Oh, that's right. Point man got killed.
Yeah, the point man got killed. So that's going to be 2 on each of the others.
Yeah, anybody running past that assault rifle, pick that baby up. Hope these guards don't kill all these things before we get to make a break.
Or they kill all the guards.
Yeah, we're gonna have a hard time talking our way out of be throwing that one on him. Although he did get killed in the process. So
Damn,
might
guys.
be able
So
to
one thing I will say about the guards, this is what I rolled for damage.
That is not good.
That's the guards getting attacked.
That was the guard getting attacked.
Good.
So let's
I mean,
see
kinda
if it was okay. So you can see the leader that was present. He's trying, he smacks one in the face with the barrel of his rifle, and as he does so, just ends up overextending. One of the Shang-Chi, the one that finished off the point man, wraps up his arms, tackles him down. He goes to yell something, and at that point just gets bit right in the face and right on the mouth. And he's like, "Ah!" And you can just hear blood start gurgling and kind of mixing with his scream as the savage snarling of the Shang-Chi just digs deeper. And at some point, his gurgling it keeps going, but his screams stop. And the other guard is now working with 2. So the guard that got knocked down, so he looks around, makes sure that there's no threat, and then resumes his position covering. So he's actually taking an action. So what he's doing is he's defending and then holding his turn for ambush attack.
Oh shit, huh? Hey, buddy.
Cover
Okay.
who you
I'm
cover.
gonna throw us a bone here.
So there was the one still on you soon. So it is coming after you. And what is your unarmed combat?
8.
8. It hits, but it does not get bonus dice. And it ends up just doing. What is your toughness?
9.
9. So 2 shock.
Okay.
And then let's see here.
The only one on any of us right now should be the one on.
On me and on you.
Oh no, there's not one on me.
Yeah, there was. So
I threw that sucker.
no.
Well,
There
then
You
The
threw
one
the one
on
on
him.
me.
I thought you
Oh,
threw
the whole
one
time
too.
there's been one on me.
was one on each of you.
Oh, goddamn. Hey, that's a heroic act, man.
Yours is just one of
You
those
just
slow
didn't realize
ones.
it was
I
heroic.
didn't realize it.
So the one that you threw was the one that was going to go after
Yeah.
Jiro.
It's an oblivious
I just
act.
shocked him, and then you threw him on the ground.
Oh, there was one, but he missed me, so I thought, maybe I could get out of the way. So maybe there might be a loose one.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
It's a loose one. It's just a
Yeah,
loose
we're gonna try this throw again.
what
maybe.
is your unarmed combat?
Mine?
Yes.
My unarmed combat is 13.
Okay, that is going to be a hit,
Yeah.
but not outstanding damage, so it'll be 2 shock.
Appreciate that. 2 shock. Okay, hey, that's something I can live with.
So these things are continually lighting into you. The Kanawa guards are not faring well. 2 of them are down, but the ones on you, you guys have 2 that are down, and you're getting a little bit pummeled, but so far not much in the way of bleeding. So you guys are first. Or excuse me, you guys go next.
Same order?
Sure. I'm gonna try to. What's that?
That's the one that changes the thingy to
Oh.
any.
Are you playing that?
Play that card, so any is
Yeah,
the approved
there you go.
action
Cool.
Okay.
or the favorite
Nice.
action. Is that my turn?
No,
Nope.
Okay.
that's your action.
I'm gonna attack the one attacking soon
Okay.
with my katana. That was a 6.
Okay.
Add in the possibility roll.
21.
So 15
We
plus
don't
6,
get to reroll the
21.
10s. Do you get to reroll 10s and 20s on the possibility roll?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's
So
doing.
plus 8.
Yeah, I was like, okay, 18.
18 is going to be a good hit, so one extra bonus dice for damage. So damage is your strength plus 2, I think, for the katana.
3.
Oh, strength plus 3.
So 9 plus this dice. 13.
13. So you come in and just slice right across the back as it's going, attacking one of your companions. You can see the slice come down, but it didn't bite deep enough. It was long, but didn't bite deep enough to wound.
Darn.
Can I spend a possibility to have her roll an extra damage die?
I don't know if I'm close enough that rolling an extra damage die would. I don't know if,
do
like,
that
I don't want you to waste.
Okay, all right. It'd be nice if that was one less of them in here, you know?
So for mine, I guess I'm going to go active defense. I was pretty useless, and I'm going to tire myself out quickly trying to hold Ayaka up and kicking and all of that. So I'm going to do an active defense.
Okay, so roll a d20.
Nice.
So that d20 is added to what?
I think the D20 roll is
The defense?
that's because it says roll a D20, minimum of 1 is added to your defense for until your next turn.
So your defense is going to be
Go up
what
18
your unarmed
points, right?
combat is. Mm-hmm. And so you add your d20 roll.
The roll.
to-
Okay, that's what I was thinking. So I'm
Yeah.
now a 13.
Okay.
And since I was successful and any is an option, do I get a possibility for that?
Is it the roll result or the roll of the die?
The rolled result.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Let's see here.
I mean, the favorite action is defense, so I'm not sure how that would even work.
We'll change it to any.
What I'm saying is defense is an action that
Yeah.
can be, so...
So yeah, you know what? They were still coming after you, even though they got the first strike. You were going, making the defense. Yeah, we'll do.
Okay. Did you get one as well, Shan? Because
Oh,
you were successful with
I
your
did
Oh,
not.
you did get the attack, but you didn't get the damage.
All right, so I'm gonna, see that there's still the one Shang-Chi attacking soon, and Ayaka. I'm gonna try to
There's
make
one.
sure that I maneuver around Kiku's katana and try to finish that one off.
You want to step into that Cuisinart?
Yeah.
So, and then just because the question came up for adding possibilities to damage, the answer to that's going to be no.
Okay.
What makes more sense is add possibilities to,
the
the
roll.
hit,
To
because that
increase the
the
potentially
bonus roll.
yeah, and
Okay.
because
Should've
that
already
will
done
add additional bonus damage.
That's why I was just thinking of doing it anyway.
All right. Okay.
No matter what I roll.
Well, the max you can get on bonus damage 2 dice. You either roll 1 or
7,
2,
doing
right?
it. So, 14.
Nope.
No, that's a minimum of
Minimum
10.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
17.
17.
17 does
No.
Well, no. 4 and 11. It's a 15 total.
so 15 total. 15 does hit, so you're able to actually get that punch in. And what is your strength?
Strength plus 2 is 11.
11 does not beat his toughness, however. But you did manage to get a successful hit, so there's your possibility.
Let me see what I got here. Can't do the willpower and push do damage. I could immediately attack again.
What second chances?
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's
Play
play
the
second
immediate attack
chance.
card and...
Immediately attempt an any action. The new test takes place of the failed one. So do I give my token back? Or
Wait, no, it wasn't failed. You did not fail the action.
You succeeded in the action, but
It
you
doesn't
just
say you necessarily have to fail. It just says immediately reattempt any action. But yeah,
if it says it immediately attempt any action,
that's
you
what
can
it
attack
says.
again.
Oh, I thought you
But
said...
how do you
re-roll
not
the
consider
fail.
it a failure, even though I connected? If it didn't do enough damage to hit, it could be a failure.
Because at a character, the Zhangxi ignores shock. Normally you would have done shock to it, but game mechanics, they ignore shock.
All right, so I mean, I can only spend 1 to roll whenever I'm rolling.
Uh-huh. Other
Yeah.
people can spend...
So
one.
can I, since I redid the action, would I be able to spend another 1?
You already spent this turn, so
Okay.
you
So
can.
it's 1 per turn, not 1 per roll.
I mean, I've got like a giant stack.
Yeah, all right, I'll
loan
take it
you one.
again. We'll see what happens. We do got an excess over here.
So when you did that first punch, you immediately just out
Yeah, I
of
don't
training,
think the roll's gonna get
reloaded and just by habit came in with a second strike.
Yep, I'm gonna need a chip. Thank you. All right, come on, man. Come on, give me something.
Hold on. I think we misread this card. This immediately reattempt any action. So
Right,
this is
that's what
like
I'm
if
doing.
you failed. Oh, you failed the first time?
No, I didn't.
No,
Well,
it doesn't say you had to have failed.
What
You
is
could
the-
just reattempt it.
It says the new test takes the place of the
it
failed
doesn't
one.
say immediate.
Oh,
it
it says
doesn't
of
say
the failed-
reattempt.
it says of
failed
the
action.
failed
It
one.
says any action.
It says
But it's for a
one.
failed test, yeah.
But it doesn't say.
Yes, it
where does
does.
it say that?
Well, it's pretty.
It doesn't matter because I missed it. But
Oh, you still missed it. Oh, okay.
I get that it takes the place of a
Yeah.
failed one if the
Of
first
the
one was
failed
failed
one.
one.
Yeah, so it's yeah.
But-
we have to. That gives us a second chance to re-roll
Yeah.
a test. But if
So
you didn't
what is
like
the
it, if you didn't-
definition of failed in this game? Like if you
I
don't
know,
do
if
enough
we miss,
damage
right?
to hurt
We
him.
rolling against
That's not a failure.
That's not a failure. You attempted to attack,
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point because it was failure.
but that
both
does
ways.
mean you get your
Yeah, I
possibility.
just didn't want you to
Thank
like
you.
spend chips or whatever, you know.
I don't see how immediately reattempt any action can be taken to say immediately attempt.
Well, you got to
a
read the
failed
rest of
action.
the card. Yeah.
No, I get that,
Yeah.
but
So Dave's left.
Okay, so you didn't hit the guy.
No,
right?
He hit him.
He hit him.
But he didn't do anything.
It's
to
like
him.
when you hit someone in your
Okay.
dreams and it doesn't do anything.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, all right. So there's still one on Kuro and one on
Soon.
No, there's one on you.
Oh, there's one on me. I should probably take care of that one. All
Yeah,
right,
one on him.
We're gonna go for this throw move again, and hopefully not kill him in the process. Right? I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna
He's dialing it in.
I'm gonna throw it at the guy at our 6 again.
Make
Take
it-
another one.
Make adjustments based on the first throw. Don't
Yeah.
quite go as hard this time.
A 4.
Yeah, that's
all right. So I
definitely
think I'll go
not
ahead now. I'm gonna spend this.
Your possibility.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so 15.
Hang on. I am going to spend the card drama to add a possibility to his roll.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Which means I roll another.
Roll
die.
another
Third
die.
one.
Okay.
Minimum 10.
So 15. 19. All right.
So
cool.
25.
25.
Anybody else?
25.
All right, 25. All right. 25 is a +8. And my unarmed combat starts to be a 21.
21. Yeah, you said that worked again, so go ahead and try it again. And it is going to be only one bonus dice this time.
All right, one bonus die. Oh, nice. 5. 7.
Plus.
Plus my strength of 9. 16.
Minus 2.
Damn.
14.
14.
Did I kill him again? God damn. Hell, man. Stop that.
So you go and
Well, this time maybe the guy turns around and shoots through him, or
so
He's got guys hanging all over. But he just turns around.
yeah, you definitely reach in, and when you go to do the throw, it's one of those ones where everything just you know you hit the sweet spot. You can see the thing flying in the air towards the Kanawa guard again. Tell us what we see.
Well, so he's got okay. So this time I throw the Zhangxi, and he drapes the guard to the rear, impaling him. He breaks his neck on the guy's helmet, but lands, kind of 69 on the guy. If you will.
So
wanna drape him.
So you
So
throw.
he's not-
So he comes. So you throw him just that hard, and he goes to hit the guy's helmet, and you can definitely hear the impact. And let's see if he is going to maintain his balance.
This guy's a beast to the rear.
So just the way that you hit him, it would have been forward, but he's in a kneeling firing stance, and so it pushes him forward. But he's able to drop a knee.
Shrugs it off.
And is able to kind of roll,
Alright.
and then when he kind of comes back up off of his knee, rolls it off of him.
He doesn't look at us, does he? He's that focused. He's like,
Okay, one
He's
was an
stoic,
accident.
Daddy.
One was an accident, but two, what's
yeah,
going on
pretty
back
awesome,
there?
man. Yeah.
And there's one Kanawa guard left, and he will attack. And does not. You can see him trying to strike, but he is being overwhelmed by 2 right now at this point.
Chances are good. The front guy
well,
gets taken out. We
how
gotta
many
turn on
how
him.
many of the Zhangxi are at the front fighting the remaining guard?
4.
Okay.
So there are 2 guards down. There's 2 immediately on the live guard. The one still watching is 6 while there's combat going. You guys put down 3.
So at this point, I'm gonna holler, "Hey, you need to help up front. We've got the back, but there's more coming."
He just ignores you.
I threw 2 zombies at that guy. He didn't flinch.
Play into the pool and then
Yes, put a card into the action pool. Thank you.
Are we replacing a card or just adding?
No,
to it?
adding.
Adding to
Always
the
add
action
to
Yeah,
it.
we're at
This is another glory card, so if anybody starts rolling over 60 or gets close to
nice.
60,
I tried.
All right, so the next action is going to be villains first.
God damn.
Yeah.
Defend, intimidate are the approved actions. So, let's see here. There's a chance that the 2 that killed the guards are going to attack one of you guys or go to the second guard. So, I mean, there's a whole bunch of flurry. They're attracted to movement.
We don't know that.
It's not good for us making a run for it. That's why no one's attacking the guy to the rear. He's just standing there.
They happen to go for the guard.
The guy in the rear?
No.
So there's 4 on the guy up front.
Yeah. So because they're all immediate, and so that just happens to be the immediate thing that they saw, and so they turn as they growl, and then just from the position they're at, leap onto the guard. And this poor guy.
I think our time's now.
So he is being literally overwhelmed, but for whatever reason, his armor that he has and just the wild swings is pushing them away. They're punching and biting, but they're not getting through his defense. So he's still up and fighting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Let's see here. Then you guys only have one, so the one that was on Soon attacks. And so what... Ko comes in, starts grabbing, just grabbing the second time, just threw somebody around. And so it happens to look back and see what this distraction is behind it. And it keeps running and ends up tripping and falling prone on the ground. So the Shang-Chi is down on the ground, snarling. Basically, it crit fumbled.
Nice.
And
was intimidation one of ours?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, defend and intimidate.
so it is the hero's turn.
I would like to go first.
Okay.
So I am going to holler at the guard in back. Hey, you son of a bitch! There's 2 of your guys are down. The other one's got 4 on him. We can't do anything. We don't have fucking weapons. I'm going to try and intimidate him.
Sounds good. Go ahead and roll. It's a spirit.
Okay. So I'm going to spend 1.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Swanfish.
All right. So right now I
you at?
have a 44.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Spending another.
Yes, we're
Oh,
64.
Yes!
Glory!
There's 71.
nice.
So on
Good
an
job,
intimidate,
guys.
I
Mostly
am going
very
to
good guys.
add.
Wow.
I'm going to do an intimidate of 25.
Hell yeah.
So you lay into this, and when he wasn't saying anything until you said that 2 of your guys are down, and that prompts him to look over, and he sees 4 on his partner, which at that point he turns. And let me make a roll to see how intimidated he is.
On the way over. Get out of here.
Yeah, I mean that freaked him out. He actually opens fire into melee combat.
Oh man.
Chip, because I did intimidate.
And everybody gets 1 possibility
Nice.
and a destiny card.
Nice.
And your hand is increased until the next hour.
Now,
love it.
who's playing the glory card?
Me.
So remember, you can only play 1. I'm just
Oh,
saying you can't play another
that's-
destiny
okay.
card
Hold on.
after that.
That's
But
awesome.
that's worth doing.
Yeah, that's worth doing. All right.
Yeah.
Get a card.
Hand me 1,
Yep.
please. Thank
There
you.
you go.
And then there's 4 chips. If you can pass them out to everyone.
Did you grab 2?
There, I think
jot
I
it.
accidentally ended up with 1 extra. Sorry.
There we go.
Trying to bogart the cards here.
So now he turns around, sees his buddy just being overwhelmed, opens up fire. Everyone roll mind real quick.
I've got a 9.
I have a 8.
15.
8.
So Kiku, you remember and realize that gunfire that he just shot is going to probably attract more if there's any around. What do you guys do?
We need him to stop. So I tell him, knock it off. Can he hear me over his gunfire?
Knock it off!
You can attempt to intimidate.
What the hell are you doing, you idiot?
Can I come up to the side of him and just use my sword and I'm not gonna chop through the gun. That's ridiculous. But
Now's our chance to make a
push
break.
it, push it down so his muzzle's down into the ground,
Yeah.
and make him stop.
We kind of want them to go.
So
in.
intimidate
We liked
is
it. I mean-
intimidate is mind.
I've got intimidate,
Okay.
and it's spirit.
That's
Oh, excuse me, spirit. Thank you.
You convinced him to start to help out.
What
do you want me to do?
I crit failed.
Blundered.
You're not intimidated for 2 4 guys shooting you, buddies.
Roll to attack. If you miss, you actually miss the gun and hit him.
I might start shooting you. That gives us, reason to put him down.
-3.
Oh, nice.
So this guy, when he turns around, he sees it and opens up fire and gets up and starts moving. You didn't anticipate him moving, so you come running up. You're like, hey, you need to stop that. Swing down with the intentions to hit the muzzle and force the rifle down. You end up hitting him.
Ooh.
So roll damage. What is your damage?
Strength +3.
Strength +3, so 9.
Okay, so 9, 10, 11, 12. It was a crit. What I'm going to have you do now is roll to hit as normal, just to see if you end up doing bonus damage.
11.
Okay, that doesn't. So he ends up taking 2 shock, but as you come down, and so it goes as he's leaning in. Just so basically he was like doing a kneeling position. When he sees that, turns up, fires, and it starts coming in. And as he's moving in a combat walk, you swing with the intention to hit the barrel down, but he's leaning forward and you crack his helmet just square solid.
Damn.
Don't pierce it, but you knock him.
Clang.
He
It'd
takes
be
2
funny if you
shock.
hack through that helmet. The ring is built good. Oh, man. That's awesome.
Okay, so
We
I
have
rung his
Juro
bell.
and Ko left.
So there's 4 on one of the Kanawa guards and 1 that is prone on the ground who's picking himself up now.
That's the only thing, right? All right, I'm gonna go next because I'm gonna make a break for it and try and lead you guys into the shelter of the woods, right? All right, so I'm going to. They're distracted. Can I pop around into the air? Well, they're already firing, so there's enough noise. I'm gonna go and stealth into the woods, but I want to be stealthy enough and try and signal in the commotion. You know?
Okay, so it's going to be a series of 2 rolls that I want you to do.
Okay.
So first is I want you to do dexterity because you're trying to move through the woods.
Okay, dexterity. 11, so that's 0, so it's going to be 11.
Okay, that's fine. And second, so you do make it. It's just
Okay.
going to be a standard check. And then the next, I want you to roll stealth. And this is going to be a difficulty number of 8 because it's going to be easier in the dark.
Oh, 8? Well, no, yeah, I still need to use this. All right. Okay, so 13, which is going to give me a +1, and my stealth is 12, so 13.
Okay, so yeah, you're able to. I mean, it's dark. Their weapon lights were not on. Your light's not on, so you're easily able to go ahead and maneuver through the woods and stealth. Now, the 3 of you guys, I want you guys to roll mind.
I'm saying if you're not going to do something, you might as well do it because we can swap out.
Yeah,
bad
well, I'm
cards.
gonna wait to see because I might need this.
So I have an 18.
12.
9.
So you don't see.
So I'm
you-
gonna use this card then because I haven't used a card yet.
Okay.
The willpower, so I add +3 to your roll.
But we can wait and see if it fails before you have to use it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the 9 is going to be a fail.
It may be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you two do
It may
not
not be that
see
big of a
anything, but you can definitely see Ko get down low, start maneuvering through the forest, and waving his hand like, "Come on!"
Okay, then maybe we should play it.
All right, so I'm gonna.
Well,
play.
no, that's not going to help because she has a 12 and your 9 + 3 would be 12 and you still wouldn't make it.
Oh, she didn't see it.
I didn't see
Neither
it
one of you
either.
saw it.
Oh, okay.
So,
I missed
let's
that.
see.
But he can, if he saw it, then he can
Yeah.
I can.
tell
Right,
us.
okay.
Somebody
If
can
he,
use a,
if he does,
somebody can use a chip, and then I can use a card for the other person.
It still won't get there. It's numbers. It's
15's not going to be enough,
We don't know.
right? And if
12
you
is
get,
not
with,
gonna
a, with
be
a
it.
chip, you
12
get an
is
extra
definitely.
roll that you get to add on.
But we
But
can't
more
use the chip
importantly,
retroactively.
I'm going to say,
I don't think.
Juro, finish this one.
Yeah, if there's
There's
yeah.
still one on
Yeah.
the ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick at the one on the ground's head furiously.
Curb stomp.
curb stomp.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the
Well, is he
rally.
on the
I'll play
curb
the
or
rally
it doesn't
card
have to be
then.
on the curb?
From my,
And what does that do?
that allows us to discard as many cards we want from our hand, and then refill our hands. Remember, our hands were +1, right?
Nice. That's
Or-
it. Does say
No.
refill our hands.
Yes, but our hands are not.
It
plus-
was
that was
because
true.
of the hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
they're
what I thought.
plus
But
one.
from
Yeah,
glory,
the glory
they,
card
yeah.
says you get to
Yeah.
your hand size is increased by 1 until the end
Yeah.
of the next act.
which is now 5.
Yes.
Okay.
The end of
Well-
the next act.
Yes.
Yeah, our hands. 5. Oh yeah, 5. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Wow.
That's a powerful card.
Okay, so yeah, I just want to kick at the head of the one that went to ground.
So you will get a +2 for it.
So that will be an 8. Go ahead and chip it. Got plenty of those. And a 9. So that would be 17.
Need
What
a
number's
10.
10?
A 10 and an 8. That would be 5. So that would be 16 plus 2 would be 18. So yeah, I think I'll stick with that. But here's my chip.
18 is a good roll. 1 bonus die damage.
5. So 11 and 5 is 16.
11 5 is 16, which does. So you
Yes.
reach up as it's trying to push
Finally
itself
broke
up,
through
deliver down. Tell us what we see.
So I mean, once the one goes to the ground, Juro takes no time to just jump on it and just start kicking it and kicking at its head and like hopefully, you know, kicking at the temple and just stomping, doing a little stomping here and there, just making sure that it's down for good.
Yeah, so I mean, you know immediately. You can just feel its skull crush under your
yeah.
weight
Soggy.
and goes like you just smashed a melon.
Ugh.
gotta stop killing them all. There's still 4 up front.
Yeah.
Any actions before we go to the next turn? So next round, heroes.
Nice.
And heroes are up, which is an up result gives characters an additional roll. Add this to the first roll and roll
wow.
again if a 10 or 20 comes up as usual.
Wow.
So
Okay.
maybe now would be a good time to look for an escape.
Well, so I will take the first and I'll say, follow me to you two, following where Ko is.
Okay, so
I guess I'm going to run stealth. I'm hoping that the guy is moving forward.
what's the manner in which you're trying to do it? So you do
I'm going over to him. He's just.
Are you
just-
going balls out running, or are you trying to stealth?
No,
as well?
I'm gonna try and stealth him. Let's say, follow me, and I'm not like bad dash.
Two of us were right next to you.
Yes,
So-
everyone. So I'm not screaming it.
Right.
I just
Okay.
say, follow me.
Okay.
And I'm hoping that guy who's helping the Kanawa agent is going to the first guy.
So he is on your side. What I will roll is there's a chance that he saw the. What we'll do basically is he got just dinged in the head with a katana. 1, 2, 3.
That's oops.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. He turns to confront the threat. 4, 5, 6. He continues with his course to help
Gotcha.
his buddy out.
I get a
Actually, you know
multiple
what?
cocktail already.
Yeah, no, it's even. So he gets kaboom, just gets cracked, and then whirls over onto you. At this point, what do you say? What do you do as he's bringing his gun up?
Like drop like a hostage. I'm just on the ground in case he pulls the trigger. I don't want to be in the way.
Okay, actually, roll me a trick, which is going to be mind.
I have trick.
What are the approved actions, by the way, or are there any?
Oh yeah.
Intimidate.
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 Okay. Could have intimidated, like drop your weapon.
So you can spend this or use your additional roll from up.
Can you do both?
Up first.
Sorry. I will use up first. So it's additional d20 roll?
Now, let me ask this. So, before we go, because it could potentially add modifiers, someone said, follow me. But at that point, when the guard turned on you, do you also intend to follow soon at this combat? So you can do multiple
Yes.
actions. So it's going to be a -2 for all rolls, multiple actions, but you can continue to do your trick and then make your dex and stealth roll.
Yes.
Okay,
All of that.
And up is added to the previous roll.
that is correct.
Okay, so you had a 5.
Yeah, 5. So it's 13.
No, that's 15, and the 5 is 20. Or it's a -2 to the roll for some reason.
-2 for all actions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is not to the roll,
13,
it's
so
to
that's
the result.
Correct.
Oh, it's to the result, so it'll be. So now
Basically,
we're at-
increases the
7
difficulty
minus
number.
2 is 5. So same thing.
So you'll be at 20,
Well,
and then you
Yo.
subtract 2.
if you subtract from the
6.
roll, it's not
Subtract 2
necessarily.
from 7.
In this case, it
Smart.
is. It's the same. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Added to.
Your trick.
16.
So he sees you go down and just comes back and no longer a threat, and so starts engaging with the Shang-Chi up again. So now you need to get up, and it's going to be the same thing if you're trying to do it stealthily or haul ass. What is your...
Stealthily.
So I need you to roll a dex. It's going to be at -2, so a 12 is what you're shooting for.
20.
Yeah, no problem.
That was the first roll.
40.
Feels good.
Do we have another
Feels
Dory
good.
out there?
I have one in my hand.
I can't do that.
55
Nice.
That's plus 14,
plus 14. You said dexterity?
Yeah.
23.
-2.
So when he turns at
21.
you, when he
Slithers
turns
out
at
like
you,
a garbage
your hand
can.
goes up and you just immediately fall back. As he turns back around, you just do a roll and come back up onto your feet and drop down and start following. And then go ahead and roll me stealth. This is going to be at a +2.
So it's better, not worse.
So it's going to be normally +4 for everyone else, but because she's splitting these actions, it's +2.
20.
Nice.
6. That is plus 9. 19.
Okay, so
I'm a ninja.
you effectively ninja your way out of this.
Okay, I'm going to follow.
Soon,
Or lead.
you were leading.
Yeah, effectively leading. That is a failure
Eins.
with the 1. So I can't roll out of it, right? Or, I can
chip
possibility away
But you
from
could possibility away from it.
All right. That is going to be a 12. Yeah, I need to do this. I'm going to spend the drama card getting...
No, what is it? What kind of test is it? Because we've got this skill base for the rolls here. Where?
Well, this is a completely re-roll, and this is get a possibility.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Right, but
And we also have +3s.
Right,
If it's a
if you just
failure.
I don't know that a 15 is going to be enough.
Well,
Up
do
to
have
you
a little-
guys.
I think-
At +3
That'd
is
bump
an
you to an
18.
18.
You could bump. Yeah, let's do that and leave the possibility there. So who has cards they can play?
Oh,
But that's the thing with this.
So
you
there's
can
plus-
wait until you find out that it's not enough.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
For both of
+3 to
them?
dexterity and strength, and this is
Oh, I don't know
also
about
+3 to
drama.
dexterity and
Yeah,
strength.
no, that's the difference. The drama card you would have to play now, but that +3s you could add.
All right,
And this,
so
this
does a
one's
12
+3 to any character's total, and somebody else has to play it on your behalf.
Right. So let's start with a 12. Does a 12 make it?
12 is, you don't trip over anything following, so that's your dex. Now you need to make a stealth.
All right. So we'll go with that then. Stealth starts at its dexterity. So
Dex is
stealth
dex.
starting at a 6. I know that's not going to make it.
So now someone can play that.
I would almost play the
I
drama
would
card
too.
because
Possible.
there's
You
no
have
way.
your up roll. All
Oh, the up roll.
What's the up roll?
So players, each character, so each of you get an additional roll.
Oh, nice.
Add it to your first.
Oh, we always get that. Okay,
So
this
it's
turn.
stealth-
No, not always. You
This
have
turn.
one additional roll.
Oh, cool.
My
Oh, just one.
stealth
All right.
dexterity roll currently is an 8.
We each have one of those, or the whole group have those?
This is so
We
it's
each
because
have-
it's dark. You get a +4 modifier,
So now it's a 12.
and so you're able to sneak into the forest.
Okay, no using cards.
So I'm there.
So last
And Kiku follows.
Kiku follows. So you ninja your way out. Do a quick assessment as you're going into the woods. See soon after you heard him say "follow me," and so you change direction and start getting in behind him. And
Juro.
Yeah,
Juro.
so I'm gonna pull my belt up and hold my keys close to my side so they don't jingle too loud while I'm trying to follow everybody.
Very nice.
20,
Nice. Yeah.
20 is your dex.
10,
Get
So
rolled
30,
down.
11,
41.
41. Man, that's some god rolls.
12, and dex or stealth is 9. So that's
21.
So no problem. You easily
Thankfully,
and very
I
quickly
held the
get your way
keys.
through the forest.
That's what did it.
And then now you're looking to do a stealth roll to be able to sneak, blend into the forest.
19. So that would have been 15.
15 plus you have the +4, so 19 total. So each of you successfully break away
Ninjas
from
right out
and
of the
ninjas
forest.
right
Yeah,
out
man.
due to
right.
the distraction and the 2 dead Kanawa guards.
Ko, do you know where we're going? Do you know these woods?
Do I
You've
know
been
the
in-
woods?
You know where the construction site is.
I know the church site is. Do you know your way to the dojo from here?
Do I know my way?
Do we want to go to the dojo? I mean, now we know the construction site has got people. I mean,
Well, we could try there. The church site could have zombies too.
So roll me a stealth, everyone.
Well, I have a Molotov cocktail in my hand, and I'm wondering. I'll look at the group. I'm like, Blinker, get away.
I don't think that's going to help. I don't think
Need
it's
it?
going to help.
Okay.
No.
All right, then.
I don't think so.
Then we're
yet.
stealthing. All right. I think at some point we just
Would
get up
this
and flat
this
out
would not
run.
have the up on it.
No,
correct?
it does not have the.
How thick are these woods?
They're pretty thick.
I
Ultimately,
think
guys,
we might just get up and run.
because you have. I mean, they're going to. You run through the woods. Someone's going to hear that.
There's gunfire going off.
Not necessarily.
Wasn't old boy opening up on the?
He
thing,
did,
too?
but then he stopped when
okay.
got tagged donked in the head.
All right, so we're trying to stealth. Okay.
And so you run through the woods. People are going to hear it. You know that.
Okay.
So with stealth, it's dark, so you have a +4 modifier, and you smell like incense and oil, so you have a +2 on top of that.
Oh.
Basically, you have a
Fine.
+6 from stealthing from the
+5.
Shang-Chi.
All right, so I can stay
24
with
if
the
you're
night-
adding that.
Yeah,
So we add the bonuses to the result, right?
correct.
Okay. So like I rolled a 9, which is -1, so I'm a net +5.
Correct.
So my stealth and so I'm 17 on the stealth.
I've got a 12.
Okay.
14.
So all of you guys are able to, have this conversation in very hushed whispers while still navigating your way through.
Remember, wherever we go,
Roll,
Ayaka,
roll a mind because he asked you if you know your way to the temple.
To the the dojo or whatever.
I am still dragging Ayaka.
Yeah.
At some
Do you
point,
need a
I'm
break
going
over
to
there
have to.
soon?
Yeah, I'm gonna at some
10.
point.
Throughout the, just
I'm
the
turned
castle,
around.
yeah, you're turned around.
So,
I mean, like,
so if you don't know where it is, do we do the construction site? I mean,
well,
we
so
can't
what do
just
I
stay
know? What
here.
do I know the place in the area?
You have a good idea of where the construction site is. That's where they're, definitely leading you
Well,
towards.
I know one of my boys has already turned into a zombie, so I'm guessing they made they met their fate maybe there. But do I know of any other place in the area that I think would be safe? Do I know the direction of the temple?
You don't know any place in the city that's going to be safe
Oh my
right now.
dang boy, man! I don't know anywhere.
Well, you know where it's safe to hide out from cops. You don't know where it's safe to hide out from zombies.
All right, so is there a roll that I can make to get some kind of direction sense to know, hey, the temple's this way?
I don't see your character visiting the temple, and you hadn't made any reference that you had before.
Okay, so but I know where the construction site is, and that's near the temple, right?
You do know where the construction site is.
And that's near the temple, isn't right?
It was about a mile.
Is about a mile and a half, 2 mile distance between the two.
Look, we've got to make a decision at some point.
All right. Construction side, there'd be heavy equipment there, and we would hold up at least and figure out what our next step
Sounds
is. So,
good.
If that's where these guys came from, there's maybe more guns.
there might be more guns there. All right, so we're on construction side, I
We'll
guess.
follow you. Lead
All
on.
right, I'm leading
And also,
on
Juro
this.
takes Ayaka from Sin. And
Oh,
probably I should
thank
give
you.
you my vest if we're going by that logic.
Just keep it on. Just keep it on at this point. My shoulders are sore anyway.
Okay.
Damn street ganger don't know his way around town.
Well, it's not town.
But
It's the woods.
Oh, it's
And
parts
we're in the
of the
middle
town
of
might
the
go
woods.
around the woods, so we might know the town,
not my
even though
turf.
we never walked through the
But
woods.
it's not my
Like,
turf.
if we get out of the woods, he may be able to say, "Oh shit,
Here's
we're
where
on
we're
M
at."
Street." But while we're in the woods,
South Tokyo, man.
Okay, so you guys make your way, and are you still continuing to move at the current pace where your stealth rolls would work, or are you trying
Yes.
to increase your
Yes.
pace? Okay.
Probably because these other things might hear us. There might be more of them out because they came from the woods.
Okay, so it's about, I mean, you guys stealth your way through. You're definitely taking your time, and just the terrain and the darkness in and of itself, it adds on to it. You approximately about 20 minutes, and you can actually see like a darkened straight line, definitely man-made, up ahead through the woods and through the darkness.
There's something up there. Now, do these cards stay in our action pool?
Oh, excuse me. Go ahead and refresh.
Oh, so
your
these,
action
okay,
pools.
so these all go to the,
Yep, we're done with that
Okay.
combat.
so these get discarded,
and we can
rebuild.
discard as well, right?
No, you put your cards back into your hand and then draw back up to 5 because of the glory card.
We
So
take
if
the
we-
card that was here and put it back in our hand.
Yeah, the card that you played in the
In
action,
the action
pool.
pool, okay.
So
which is
because of
massive
what
plan.
was there, I actually have
played-
6.
we played
So do
blue
I
power.
discard down?
Discard down to 5. So as you keep moving up, the dark thing that you saw
mine
actually
then?
looks to be just a darkened, like basically a
have
metal
too much
fence.
Did these go back as well? The
I was going to
Probably
wait.
one of
So
those.
before that goes, we get a benefit from that.
Yes. So all Storm Knights gain 1 to 3 possibilities after they deal with the creatures, depending on the size of the
Encounter.
horde. Size of
shit.
the horde. Yeah.
Everyone, roll. So Dave,
Uh-huh.
go ahead and roll a D3 for me.
Okay. All right.
It's 1 to 3 based on the size. So
4.
I think it's more up to you.
That'd be 2. You decide to let the possibility of dice
You
determine.
You played it, so everyone will get 2
Cool. Nice.
possibilities.
Not bad. I think that was pretty. And then this goes back, right? It goes or discard, right?
Yes, it gets
Okay.
discarded.
Discard. Then.
And the Delphi support just says play in the field. Could I play it to where we come out of the woods to actually have some extra supplies? Is that a... Because it just says alternatively play in the field to find a council cargo box in the area.
That's
Is
awesome.
that a Cosm card?
It's a destiny card.
Just
I played that. That's how we found the old man.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
well, it wasn't that card. It was a similar card.
was
It
more
was
of
like
a-
find something. but-
Oh no, that was find somebody beneficial in the area that can help. Yeah.
so can I see the card real quick,
Yes.
Josh, please?
Cargo
Yeah,
box.
same thing that we found the katana. That's how we found the katana.
I just
the
remember
first
making
time.
fun of that card of the Borderlands scene with like the gun circling in the corner. Go run over it.
At this point, we don't know where we're going for sure until we get out of the woods.
Right.
We don't know where we're at.
We might be able to see something from the
Right.
construction site.
I mean, from in the woods,
find a
we know
branch.
it's dark. We're still hearing the noises, but they're getting farther away, and we're still getting a little bit of the flame stuff. So I mean, there's no way in the cacophony of all
Or if it
of
doesn't make
that-
sense, we could just redraw it.
So yeah, because what I would say is since
Maybe
this
they're
is
not
day
even here
1,
yet. Right.
Delphi Council hasn't been established
Right.
here.
That makes sense.
So go ahead and
Okay,
discard
let's do
and
that.
draw a new one. So as you guys are moving up, basically the woods is cut by a metal fence that you can see goes just up and down. Can't see, just definitely through the woods and through the darkness where it ends at.
Coke, do you know this fence? Is it electrified? Should we be worried? Is it alarmed? Anything?
The fence is new, but you're in the area. You're certain you're in the area of where the construction site is.
All right. I doubt this is an electric fence. I'll touch the fence. It's not electric.
All right, let's go.
I
over.
pee on it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is there
go
a
over
break
it.
in the fence somewhere where we can get through?
You looked
Maybe
and
pull it up from underneath because usually it's just it's like construction fence, so it's just literally creating a fence line barrier. It's not like set into the ground or anything. Probably not.
This is
Right?
Kanawa core. We have no idea.
So, are you looking just for a place where you can try to pry up, or are you
I
looking
want to see,
for
is it
someplace-
anchored into the ground, or can I just peel the bottom portion of it up? And
No, it looks what it looks like as you start looking like a trench was dug, the fence was placed, and then
well, yeah.
Concrete was poured over that. Metal rebar was laid on that. Then it got
Well, I'm gonna,
I got the cement overlay.
climb the fence, and I guess I'm gonna hop the
Concertina
fence.
wire across the top.
Yeah, shit.
So the fence is 12 feet high.
God damn! They really don't want people in here.
The fence is 12 feet high, and it's not like a chain link. It's like metal.
Anybody got like some kind of tool or something?
Tase it.
You gotta be kidding.
Oh, okay.
No, we're gonna have to walk the fence
We're
line.
gonna have to walk the fence line and try and find an opening.
Which way, left or right?
Left.
Left. Okay, let's go left.
Okay. So you guys are rolling left. Go ahead and roll a find. For
Everybody?
Everybody.
That is based off of mind.
Yes.
8.
7.
2.
8.
Okay.
So
So
we're real dumb.
Over there. Over there.
you know, it's not that bad. I mean, basically, what you guys are doing is you're walking along the fence,
And
looking
not finding anything.
and not finding anything exactly. But
We got stacked
as you
chips.
realize, as you start, looking, is you're eating up a lot of time.
It's chain link.
No.
Oh.
It is not chain link. It is metal. It is a metal fence.
So it's
Well,
like
there's gotta be
corrugated
an end one way or another.
There's
So
gotta
let's
be.
just follow.
Okay. Now
keep
they didn't
going.
bring this whole fence, this 12-foot tall fence, all in one piece. What are the connecting parts? Are we strong enough to lift the piece up off the hinge? Maybe.
You can't. It is so well constructed and looks to be one welded piece of metal
damn.
with like amazing.
Was this
craftsmanship.
here? I mean, you guys.
It's gonna be part of a structure, probably, or something.
There's
I
an
don't know.
insinuation of what you've been saying, Ko, so I'm just going to say it. You guys were going to break into the construction site anyway. Did you know about this fence?
Fence is new.
Fence is new.
Holy
Didn't
shit!
know about
what
this.
what are we getting into? They can
keep
drop
going.
this kind of a fence. How long ago did you guys scout it? And we're still moving.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
It's been about 2 weeks.
2 weeks. They put this up in 2 weeks.
Takes time to put these things together.
Yeah, and they put it up in 2 weeks or less.
It must have been round the clock work.
And they have a mercenary squad. They have a number of mercenary squads running around.
Are there, well, I
That
don't,
well-
is that who's building this? The construction site is a Kanawa
That's what they
Corp
said.
construction.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking the game
That's what
master.
the
Was
guys
that what
said.
they said. Oh, really?
That's what the
Okay.
guys said. We're taking you back to the construction site.
Oh, wow.
And I asked a few questions.
Well, they
on
may
it.
just be holding up here. You know what I mean?
But no, they're not holding up here. That's the whole thing he was saying. He said they
future-
sent out merc units
All right.
or security units.
Well,
I don't know if they're mercenaries, but it seems like they have to be.
So I wonder
No,
if
nobody can have that much
We
security.
probably don't want to get in here then, do we?
I don't know.
We
I
just
mean,
lost the last group of those guys.
I know, but I think it's the safest
Hopefully.
place. I mean, I agree with Kiku. There's a chance of more guns. I mean,
Well, let's just keep walking the fence line.
we
Eventually,
have
we've
to
got
get somewhere. We've
yeah.
got to get to a point where we can.
Eventually,
lay
it's
Ayaka
either
down.
going to dead end it like something, and we're going to have to go back, or we're going to run into
I
something.
mean, we didn't just escape those guys to go show up at wherever they're
Their
holed
base
up
was,
and
yeah,
say,
right,
"Hey,
yeah.
here we are." We just.
Yeah.
Better idea. I don't have one.
I thought we were trying to get out of town.
Did I have any reference at all, or do you have? I'm going to look at Ko, right?
Kiku.
Kiku.
You're
go.
Your co.
I'm Ko. Yeah, I mean, I'm Ko. Sorry.
I'm so scared. I don't even know who I am.
Kira, Ko, Kiku, and I don't even know various characters' names. Like
Soon.
Asira or something like that.
Soon.
Soon. So, can you remember from the, where the dojo might be in reference to the construction site? Think real hard. And I'm trying to incite like another role for her. I'm going to try and inspire her to think really hard, think again, and maybe get another role.
Your turn.
Is
around,
there a-
especially with
I have no idea.
It's within a mile. Maybe.
So,
Are there trees?
I have a skill that says reality. Like, is that what
that-
it sounds like? Is that like?
So your reality skill is the actual skill that allows you to stay connected to your reality while you visit other cosms.
Okay, so that's not going to come into play. That's not like.
I'm going to climb a tree to see if I can see,
What the hell are you doing?
I want to see what I can see over the wall.
All right, be quiet. As you get up, something could see you.
Cat-like reflexes.
Famous last words.
I'm gonna climb a tree. I'm gonna find a
Yeah,
tree that's
here you
taller
go.
than the wall, and I'm gonna try and get a vantage
I'll
point
give
of
you a
where
hand.
we're at.
And I'll do like
try and
the-
give a.
the
I'm gonna
connected
try
hand
to
Whoa. Let me have Ayaka first.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to have her. You do the connected hand.
lean her
thing.
up against the tree. All right, and then start climbing to where I can get a vantage point above this 12-foot fence and see what the hell's going on.
Okay, go ahead and roll a dex.
Okay. One of my best work. Okay. And so.
You need
Let's
you
see,
need
I
some
might
help
need
there,
some
buddy?
help. Yeah. All right, that's 7 plus. There, 20. Yeah, 20. There it is.
Remember, minimum 10 for
33.
the last one, so you're 33.
Oh, 33. So 39. All right, thank you. So 11 plus dexterity, 22.
Okay, you're able to climb up and actually get close to the fence and get a good overlook into what you're seeing. Roll me a find now.
Of course, as a cat, you can go up. There's only one cat on the planet that can actually come down the tree.
5. Okay, so.
I'm tapped for the turn, but
All right, okay. Going for that charity chip. Thank you. All right, nice. Okay, so that's 17 17 is going to be a +4, and it's mind, right?
Find, which is a skill, but
I
mind.
don't
It is
have
mind.
find.
Yeah.
Mind.
Mind is based off of mind.
10. So 10.
So 10?
Yes.
Okay. It's dark.
Okay.
And so you look over, and there's no lights except what looks like somewhere in the center of the compound. You can see the glow of lights, but you can't really tell what it is. And all around it, you definitely see like stacks of sheetrock and 4x4s and steel,
Plywood and cement bracing.
Steel. Yes, I mean basically it's a big gnarly construction site
Okay.
that seems to be completely surrounded by one building that is putting off some type of light.
So, and I look, I kind of pan left and right to see, do I see the temple in the distance or at all?
No, absolutely not.
No, okay, so it's nowhere near here.
Yeah.
Go, what do you see?
It's a big building. It's a construction site built around it.
So it's exactly what we thought it
There's
was.
some lights in the building.
Let him climb down first.
All right, so I hop down, and say there's some lights in the building, but that's about it. Oh, do I see, while I'm up there, do I see an opening to the gate?
So you said you climbed down, so you climb back up.
All right, hold on. All right. Hold on, I forgot to look for one more thing. Go back up. Okay. Yeah, well, I can spend the chip again, right? Because it's a different action. This is a new roll. New roll. All right, there we go. So 18, that's going to be dexterity, 16.
Yeah, you
It's
climb
like,
back
well,
up.
did you find the entrance? He's like,
Well,
I'll be right
hold
back.
on.
Get to where you're at.
All right.
Roll find.
Okay, here we go. 14. So that's a 1. So, so it's a different roll, so I can spend a chip. Right? Yeah.
No, well, it's the same turn. You took one turn to climb. Now you're looking.
Okay, there goes my chip. All right, thank you. All right, ooh, 10. 10 plus, that was 14.
35.
So 35, thank you very much. So now I'm at a 16.
Okay. So 16 is very hard, which is what you needed.
Okay.
What you see is maybe
Something in the window of the temple.
maybe about another 30 yards down the fence line, you can see what appears to be a darker spot along the fence line that may be an opening. Not
Okay.
quite sure. As you start looking around, though, you can definitely see some bodies near.
Moving bodies?
No,
Oh.
they're dead and prone. And as you actually look closer, you recognize your gang's colors on some of those bodies that are on the ground.
Those my boys. All right, so they didn't make it. I guess that much from the other one.
As you kind of like, wow, they didn't make it, and maybe look to start seeing what could have taken them, you don't see any of Shang-Chi though.
All right. So I come back down. I say, all right, I think there's an opening about 30 yards down. Looks like they got my boys. I don't
What do
know
you
if there are
mean it
more
looks
than
like they got
things
your
in there.
boys?
Well, there's a couple bodies at the entrance, and those are that's my crew.
Do we need to worry about them getting up? I have no idea.
I don't see anything moving, but and I don't know if there are more than things in there. But there's lights from the central building.
I say we go in.
We came all this way.
We might as well. I didn't see the temple anywhere.
Okay.
And now they were back to stealthing, probably, right?
As you guys start moving down, no, you already made your stealth rolls. You
Okay.
kind of know how to manage. As you start getting closer to the potential entrance that you saw, you actually start seeing a little bit more advertisement along the fence line. So, like a big K with the Kanawa logo on it. You see just a couple of banners that you would see like say at a little league, but you glued up on there with just people in lab coats and people in suits, just all standing arm in arm, big smiles in their hand.
What if
Some kind of R&D company?
What if these guys were the ones that let this weird thing loose?
And you read "Building the Future," prominently on the bottom of it.
Well, that kind of stops me. I've got Ayaka, and I do stop. Yeah, that would easily fit. That would make sense why they would have... That makes good sense why they would have a security team there.
Yeah, with that spec.
And they
Serious
know-
security team.
Yeah.
And they know how much information... I mean, they know what's going on. And
we could take our chances in the woods to try and find that temple.
we can keep passing her off, but Ayaka's getting heavy, and I don't think she's doing any better
She
for us
needs
just
help.
carrying us around.
Maybe we should leave her at the door and somebody will kick her in and give her medical aid.
You mean like dropping her at the front of an emergency room?
Kind of.
I'm not comfortable with that. Anyone else?
No.
All right, then we got to keep her.
We're a team
That's what I
now.
was saying. So my question is, do we go in? I mean, they were going to bring us back. You think they were going to bring us back to experiment when they're telling us that most of Tokyo is gone?
Well,
Are they really going to get rid of Us? I mean, not that we have that much
They
value.
did tell us that we were going to be quarantined and basically, held in captivity.
But it doesn't seem like every one of these guys that are getting attacked by these things are coming back. So maybe it's possible that some of us got bit and aren't infected. That's just a possibility. Anything's possible.
All right, I'm now looking at Juro. Juro, I was not bit. Everyone saw that I was not bit.
Yeah, I mean,
Everyone saw everything.
we've all had some close close brushes with it.
Is anyone else bit?
Is anyone else bleeding?
I wasn't bit.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I wasn't bit.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, do you have a wound? Is that what you're talking about? Do you have a cut or something?
Maybe you should strip down too.
I'll pass. I was wounded yesterday.
Okay. With what? You said you weren't bit. What
It
happened?
scratched me.
Show us.
It's on my stomach right here, so.
All right. So does it look like it cut in?
So no, it definitely
Yeah,
is.
it got me.
It raked blood.
Juro, shine the light. Does it look like it's anything other than just like a cut? I mean, it's like festering and green and
Nope.
Damn.
it just looks like a cut.
That's
It might
scabbed,
be
that's scabbed over.
okay.
But the scab looks fresh.
Okay.
All right. What about you,
Juro, anything on
Juro?
you?
Well, I mean, I've been getting up close and personal with these things the whole time. I mean, I'm sure I got scratched here and there. I mean,
Do we smell like Brussels sprouts to you?
bleeding a little bit.
Weird.
Where?
Okay.
Well, like right here on my arm, and there's little.
Well, take your shirt off.
Well, maybe you should strip down too.
What is it with you
Really?
and stripping? Just take
That's what
your
they made
shirt
you
off.
do. Is the only way to know.
That's what they.
I have I have my security.
As your voice starts racing, shh.
I have
So
like my
maybe
security,
sure.
security uniform on. So like, I'm sure I can probably unzip it a little bit and get to my
Yeah.
undershirt and show
So
my
same
scratch on
thing.
my
We're
arm.
gonna
And
look for bites or deep
Puncture
cuts.
wounds, yeah.
So he's wearing the body armor. Were you wearing the armor under your shirt or over?
oh yeah, I was wearing it over my shirt. Yeah,
Okay,
that's true.
So
I forgot.
it
No.
takes off
Yeah,
the body armor, peels it off, unzips the security guard shirt, kind of goes.
Yeah, got my wife beater on.
Got
Yeah.
is there a wife beater?
Yeah.
Okay, so got the wife beater tank top on, and you can definitely see a bite mark that's scabbed over on his
I mean,
shoulder.
it could be a scratch though.
Juro.
You just jumped on my back. I don't know.
Juro.
It's not a scratch.
We're gonna have to put you down.
How do you know that this is a
still.
bite?
I have a mobile phone. Whoosh. I'm gonna take 2 or 3 pictures.
But look at her. I mean, she would have turned if they were.
Was she
Does
bitten
she
as
have a
well?
bite on her?
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, she would have turned by now. I think.
that's a good question.
I'm just saying we should be aware, and it's important if we go in there and they're asking about bite marks. So maybe there's a consideration we don't go in there. I get that. Now what?
You're right.
I don't know where else to go. This isn't even my city. This isn't even my country.
Where were you from?
Korea, North Korea.
Oh.
I didn't have a choice. I had to come here to make money.
Oh, all right.
I'm just saying. If
Well, maybe we should go in quietly and try and assess the situation. Maybe they're all
Sneak
dead
in.
in there and they moved on, and we can get supplies from the place.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. But I'd say we move slow.
I
We're moving
agree.
slow anyway because we're packing the dead weight.
Let's use another
Unconscious
term.
weight.
Unconscious weight, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, let's use a different term.
All right, yeah. Sorry,
She's
we're
not
packing,
dead yet.
We're packing extra weight here.
And I'm gonna check. Does she feel hot? Is she,
Is she breathing?
breathing normal?
Breathing seems to be normal. So do you have like any first aid or anything like that? Medicine?
I do have first aid.
Okay.
Nice.
So go ahead and roll.
It's been a night of that for me. So I am going to end up with a 15.
I think
Okay.
we've all rolled 20.
So
tonight, though.
you check things like she has good quality skin tone around her wounds. It's not hot. It's not festering.
That's-
You
yeah.
check cap refill, good blood perfusion in the body. She doesn't look like she's going into shock.
So she seems as good as she can seem for being unconscious.
Why is she unconscious?
I don't know.
She went all the way down to 3 wounds or 0 wounds.
in game, yes, but
Yeah.
out of game,
So we just
yes.
have to
but
wait
in
for her
game,
to
I have
basically
no
wake up.
idea.
All right.
I mean, that's the whole reason we're bringing her along.
does she look infected? Like, do we see like?
That's what he was
That's what
just
he was
saying.
checking
No,
for,
there's
yeah.
nothing.
Okay.
I wonder why she was bitten and she's not showing any signs of turn, where the other one seemed to turn
Well,
really bad.
he was bitten, and he
you're not
obviously.
doing it,
and he
yeah.
Like,
hasn't
do
turned
I
in.
look like pale, or do I have like?
No, you look okay, which is why I was asking you to
I
take
feel
your shirt
okay.
off.
I mean, I do admit I feel a little strange ever since that whole
I think
thing
it's-
broke out.
Yeah,
with
I think it's because we're storm nights.
What?
What?
Oh, we're what?
I mean, we know. Okay, we were infused.
You pulled.
We were infused with some knowledge, that we are now, higher.
Cole pulled that out of his ass.
I don't know what that is. Is that? It's not like a baseball team.
It's
Did
a
you feel that
LARPing
like?
thing.
Did you feel that euphoria? When we were back by the ramen machine, like something happened there. I think maybe something's like divine. I'm not one of them godly
what-
types,
That's
but
wait, what
protecting
happened
us
with the
from
ramen
being
machine?
infected.
the ramen machine.
Did you all feel that?
I did.
Describe it to me.
It was almost like energy pulsing through my body.
And like I felt like I knew something, but it was at the tip of my fingers and I just couldn't quite understand what it was, and I just felt stronger.
So I had that, but not at the ramen machine. It was later.
When did it happen to you?
I don't remember when, but I know we were out of that area already.
Well, maybe we're immune.
I'm unsure.
It's possible.
Yeah, they were
So I gotta ask. So I don't know how to explain it, but I can feel. I don't know what other word. I can feel all four of you. Can you?
Yeah, I can.
you?
Like
I
I can
close
feel
my
you guys
presence,
too.
so-
I can close my eyes and I can feel you guys here.
You can't feel them like you can't close your eyes and say, "Oh, that's cold."
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But I can feel you're here.
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I think I feel it too. I think something's happening to us in this
Right.
weird.
So
Whatever's happening.
wait. I was neither scratched nor bit,
I was
and I'm
bitten.
feeling it too, and you weren't either.
I've not been.
So it's something else. It's something different.
Maybe when all this started, a little bit of good spilled in where the evil did. We just happened
The
to.
evil. You're talking the Jiangxi?
Yeah, maybe a little bit of good spilled in.
Well, if that's what's keeping us from turning, that's good. I'm glad. Still the question. I think we go and stop.
I agree.
Oh, yeah, I think
We
that's
need to
very
get
good.
out of this forest.
We got to get out of the woods, and it'd be nice to come to a bunkerable place.
If those guys show up, we'll be like, yeah, well, that wasn't us.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, those guys shot at us. No, that wasn't us. Okay.
All right. Well, go co-lead.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna lead them down to where I saw that dark spot where the bodies were.
So it's only, like I said, maybe about 30 yards away.
Okay.
As you start, making your way down, I want everyone to roll evidence analysis.
Evidence analysis. Oh yeah, coming right up.
Mind.
Is that mine? Okay.
It's going to be a very, for you, Co, difficulty is going to be hard, which is 14. Everyone else, very hard,
Well, I got an
16.
8, so I didn't have it.
I'm gonna chip.
I did not spend enough time. It's got dropped out early.
Yeah, that'll give me an 18.
11.
Net 22.
Okay.
22.
So the two of you, as you start moving around and you start thinking about, going in slow and thinking about what he said in passing, their bodies, but no Shang-Chi, you start questioning what killed them then.
So something just came to my head. If we don't see Jiangxi here, and you see the dead bodies, did the Jiangxi attack them on the way out, like marauding out, or did something else kill them?
Is this like is this as we're crossing over their bodies?
No, getting to
Oh,
them.
we're getting.
So yeah, you're
Or
leading them away,
bullets.
and so on your way down, they start thinking like, something didn't seem right. But you said in passing, so he stops you and asks you that.
Oh no, we'll find out here coming up pretty quick.
All right, so maybe we don't all go up. I mean, I'm not going to put you out for nothing, but you've been pretty good at sneaking. Why don't you sneak up and check the bodies? Make sure they're not riddled with bullets.
Okay, I know what that looks like. All right.
So you guys continue.
Oh, I guess it's just me for now.
Yeah, I mean, it's 30 yards.
We're
We'll
gonna
go up, like,
approach the gate. but
20
not-
yards and let them go the
Yeah.
last 10 alone.
All right.
Okay.
Not,
All right. Cool.
So they go. You can see about the 20 yards, about 10 yards away from where you estimate the hole in the fence to be. You can keep moving forward. They stay behind. As you get up close, sure enough, somehow it looks like part of this fence was dug in and pried apart, so rolled back.
Okay.
Wasn't a huge hole, but it looks like somebody could move through, like crawling through.
In or out? Is it pried out?
It's pried
or-
out.
All right. So whatever it
From
was
the bottom.
came from the outside to the inside or pushed from the inside out.
Correct.
Okay. And it's probably from the bottom up, right?
Correct. So it's like,
Okay.
so basically,
It's peeled
like-
back, yeah.
So you guys are here, the construction site's here, the fence is here, and it's just kind of rolled up.
All right. So I'm gonna get down and I'm gonna look.
They get 50 cented?
Roll me a fine.
All right. Here we go. 17, which is plus 4, so that's mine. That's a 10. I'm going with a 10.
Wow, what's your mind?
6. I dropped out of high school, man.
Fuck if you know.
Yeah. All right. I don't see anything.
Don't see anything.
All right. I look where are my boys at?
Strewn about.
Oh, they're kind of all so the whole crew,
They're kind of clustered.
but they're on the inside.
They're on the inside, maybe
Oh.
about 10 to 15 feet in.
Okay, I'm gonna crawl through the hole. Badger quiet.
Okay, so you crawl through.
Body badge don't take no shit.
Right. So, and then I'm going to try and go to one of the closest bodies and take a look.
Okay, so do you stand up?
I stay in the low
crawl.
Yep, I stay in the low crawl.
Okay.
I'm continuing to stealth.
So as you continue to stealth and low crawl.
Uh-oh, he's tapping on
He's
his
doing
phone.
too much math.
Yeah, he's tapping on us. He's bringing up the
So as you're roll crawl, as you're low crawling, looking at the body, if you have your first boy there, it's a slow boy that you see, and he appears to be riddled with bullets.
Bullets, oh shit, okay, I'm out of here.
And as you think that and start backing up, you hear...
I'm afraid of that. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna roll left, and then try and kind of backward somersault, towards the
opening in the fence.
Yeah.
Okay. So you attempt to do that, and
I'll go full active defense as I crawl my ass out of there. Guys are shooting at me.
What is your dexterity?
11.
11.
I don't like that.
That doesn't sound good.
11.
What is your toughness?
My toughness is total toughness 10.
Total toughness of 10.
And I have a leather jacket on, which gives me. I think that's already calculated into it.
Okay.
Let's see. My armor is 1, and my total toughness is 10. I've got a leather jacket that adds +1 to the torso.
Nice.
And then, did you have armor? No, because you had the
I got the leather jacket. Yeah.
Right.
I got stylish armor. Oh, leather armor. Stops bullets, hopefully. Hey, it's a good thing only one of us crawled through that hole instead of all of us.
Oh, so lucky.
Leather jacket, baby.
Okay, so as you realize what's happening, you're like, oh shit, and start to back out. You notice movement movement in the far off, and you kind of estimate just where the lighted building is, but as you look up, you see it's actually a gun-mounted turret that phones in and just opens up fire and riddles your body.
Oh, great.
And so you take 2 wounds.
All right.
And 4 shock
man.
as bullets just rip into you.
Do you guys hear that? That sounded like it came from inside.
Can't I soak damage or something like that?
You can attempt to soak.
I'm going to attempt to soak. All right, how does that work?
So reality or spirit,
right,
whatever is your lowest.
Okay. Oh, lowest. Okay, that's too bad. Oh, spirit's only 1 less. All right.
Excuse me. And so in order to soak, you need to roll that test against a standard difficulty number of 10.
Okay.
If you get a standard success, 1 wound, all shock. Good is 2 wounds, and outstanding is all wounds.
I'm going to spend a chip.
Well, let me ask first. Do you need to spend a chip to soak?
Yes, you have to spend a chip
you have
to
to
soak.
spend a chip to soak. Right,
Yes.
so there we go. All right. So then I can't spend a chip to add to this, right?
No, you cannot.
Okay. So 13, or 18.
else can.
Sorry, it's an 18.
But someone else can.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be a 16 total.
16 total,
Yeah.
which is actually a good roll because it's against 10.
Okay.
And so, yeah. So you feel the bullets rip into your body. You can like, "Argh!" as you start moving out, and you're like, oh shit. And that energy that you was talking about
bullets didn't
earlier,
hurt.
you can, actually feel your skin, and you're just bind those wounds together. You know you're hurt, but it wasn't as bad as you thought it was. You end up removing 2 wounds and all shock.
I've got superpowers. All right.
What are they shooting at us for?
Oh, they're shooting at me.
Well,
Did I make it out?
We're on the other side of the fence.
Did I make it out of the fence?
Yes, you
Okay.
do.
All right. Whoa, Jesus.
So what you guys see, you hear the bullets, you're like, what the hell was that? And then all of a sudden you see him just scrambling backwards out like
I
like
stay
fast.
low. I stay low and make it back to the group as fast as I can.
What happened?
Oh, they're in there.
Are you okay?
Looks like my boys got taken down by bullets. Not those things.
So it's not an option. So what's our next step?
Yeah, I barely. They opened fire. You probably heard.
Yeah.
I think I think I'd rather brave the perils of the woods and try and make it to the shrine, maybe your dojo, than we'll be sitting ducks trying to crawl through there.
If there are any of those things, now they're on their way here. Based on that.
So I say we move the other direction.
We could cause a diversion. We've got these Molotov cocktails.
And to have it do what?
Then waste them.
Well, it's going to draw those things to it, probably.
So go ahead and roll evidence analysis.
Okay. That's mine, right?
Yep.
All right, so 17 to 4, so 10.
You, as you're telling this, you realize that it didn't fire until you started hauling ass backwards when you saw your boys riddled with bullets.
Didn't fire until I started leaving. Okay. I say the weird thing is, they didn't start firing at me until I was on my way out.
So you saw them? How many were there?
That doesn't make sense.
Oh no, it's not they. There's a turret up on the fence.
Oh.
Yeah,
No,
I thought-
that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, there's a
So
turret.
if we're going in, it's not going to fire, and if we're going out, it fires?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It's a machine on top of the fence, so the fire.
So is that why all your boys were shot? Is because they were trying to leave?
Maybe.
Why were they trying to leave?
Yeah, there's a question.
They're all dead.
Did they have the things they were trying to get? I wink at you.
Oh, I'd have to go back and look.
Don't do that.
I don't
No,
want to
they
do that.
didn't have anything on them.
Okay. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like they got very far.
So why would they turn around? I don't think we go in that compound. But
I don't think we're going
we've
either.
got to find a place to lay low.
All right.
So do we move the other direction down this fence? I think we double time it this time.
You know what? Is there any chance that one of my boys would have had even a roughly drawn map of the area?
No, because
Why not?
yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it's not a dungeon. It was a construction site. Your guys went in there, steel like copper wiring
Okay.
and shit like that to sell it.
Stripping copper. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, now, so how about this? Did I know enough about the area to know that the shrine lies to a cardinal direction of the construction site? So it was north of here, or it was like way to the east somewhere? or-
Again, just kind of turned around.
We're in the middle of the woods. I have no idea where the shrine is. Ah, fuck.
Off in the distance, you hear it. It's not up on you, but you can hear the
Do we-
ground.
Is it on the outside of the fence?
Yes.
Can we go on the inside of the fence and walk in with our hands up?
We can't walk in. We got to crawl in. It's a hole.
Crawl in and then stand up and walk.
Okay.
We have nowhere else
that
to
what-
go.
Well, hey,
We're
if we
carrying
maybe
an
if we stay
unconscious
close to the
person.
fence, that thing won't shoot at us. Maybe it'll shoot at. Maybe it'll shoot at the thing that's coming. You know. Instead.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So we get quiet and we just stand still.
All right.
Okay? And we're watching. We got 4 people. There's 4 directions.
I'm like, I got a bad feeling about this. Head off back towards that opening in the fence.
Oh, so you just book it?
Let's go.
Fine. All right. Follow.
As quickly but as quietly as possible.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, you guys have been stealthing your way along the fence line.
Yeah.
So you get to the hole in the fence. What do you do from there?
I'm looking at you.
Let's just get in it. Go ahead.
Lead on.
I've been shot in there.
You think we're not going to get shot?
Okay, I'm crawling in. Fuck, I'd rather take my chance against the gun turret. I'm hoping that it doesn't have the angle of fire, which is like straight down. If I can stay close to the fence and hug it, maybe it won't be able to shoot at me.
Okay.
I'll take my chance against that theory versus the crazy
So-
that's running through the woods.
Everyone roll evidence analysis as Code starts making his way back in.
12. 12 is 0, so 6.
13.
10.
Let me roll the chip.
Yeah, most of my rolls have been negative this game.
Like 1.
You roll, you got a 20.
I'd say
I
the
know, I
vast
did get the
majority of
20,
mine have
but-
been too.
20 offset. Those double 20s offset the rest of the
We've
night.
used glory each time we played. That's pretty cool.
So something strikes you that he says when he was shooting when he moved out, and he was hauling ass out.
So if we move slow, they won't shoot.
Maybe.
You think?
They calibrated a certain level, amount of motion.
Well, those creatures move very fast. They're either not moving or they're.
So
Quick.
maybe we looked like, creatures.
We
that were
appeared
moving
to be
fast.
creatures.
Yeah, I
so
was crawling. How fast could I have been going?
if we move slowly,
Well, if
Just
you're scrambling,
happened,
it's
like-
action.
But I was low crawling, yeah.
How
Right,
did
but
this
action.
corporation already recalibrate its guns to kill these things if this...
Honestly, I have no idea unless
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 they knew
They
about
had
it
something to
already.
do
they
with
knew
it.
what it was. Yeah, unless they were complicit in it.
When she says that, it does kind of make sense that, when you guys are entering, you're, especially with lights going on and a construction site, you don't know where there's going to be people at. Your boys would have been, running in.
Okay.
All right. Well, so we're going to move in along the
How
wall. or
far
do you
from the
want-
fence line to the building? Like, are we running through a minefield here, or is it like right there?
It's about 50 yards, so it's,
Okay,
it's
it's not
smack
that
dab in the
far.
middle.
We're not running,
We're gonna
walking. We're walking
Okay.
through the minefield.
we're walking very slowly.
Okay.
Should we test this there with one
Yeah,
person?
yeah, I
right?
No, I'm not doing it.
You know what I do? I'm gonna take one of my boys and
Serpentine.
use him as a meat shield against that thing in case that thing opens up. Might look weird, but yeah.
Put him down.
What do you mean?
Put him down.
Okay, so wait a minute. So no one's gone through the fence yet.
Oh, I'm going through the fence.
Okay, so
We're slow crawling through
Yeah.
the fence.
how do you enter the fence?
Well, I have to crawl through, right?
So you crawl through.
I mean,
right.
can I stand up and go through? Is it that open, or can I just crouch down and go through?
No, you have to get on your belly,
Okay,
low
I gotta
crawl
crawl.
through. So you crawl through.
And as soon as I get to the other side, I'm gonna hang a quick left and hug the fence and stand up
Okay, how do you stand up?
as slowly and precisely as possible.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Like a human being that's not a
Yeah.
zombie.
I'm trying not to set off the Mr. Gun alert up there.
So what I want you to do is to make a maneuver roll.
Okay, maneuver. Do I have that? Yeah, there we go. All right, here we go. 17. That's 4. So 16.
So you crawl through. You definitely don't go to where your boys were at,
Okay.
but you get enough room to kind of pull your knees up and just ever so slowly just start moving, standing up, move to the side, and didn't appear to draw any fire.
Juro, you go next. We have to bring Ayaka under the fence.
Oh, all right, I'm right behind him. So I'll suck in my gut and get on the ground. All right, make sure I'm not sagging too far back there. And, start shimmying through.
Nudge.
How are you going through?
So I'm gonna crawl, belly down, trying to do what Ko was doing.
Okay, so with extra care and you start making your way through, roll a maneuver roll for me, please.
16. That's a 3 plus maneuver is a 9. That's 12.
All right, so you get through. You see Ko standing off to the left of the fence line, but back up against it.
I give them.
Yeah, I dare not utter a word or even breathe heavily. I'm just hold my breath as I kind of slowly get out from the trench or
I'm going to snap my fingers. I'm pointing at Ayaka, who is laying on the ground.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
So you
I will
so
turn.
the fence is going, and you hear from outside the fence line, and you look back, and through the hole you can see Ayaka's head.
Take her and pull her through. Yeah.
So we're going to go slow.
So yeah, we'll go slow and we'll pull her through.
So I
Feels
need
so weird.
I need you both to make a maneuver roll. Since you're working in conjunction with dead weight, it's going to be a -2.
Uh-oh, I'm gonna chip that baby. 15 for me.
Okay. Somehow working together, and with Ayaka being light, you're able to get her through the hole and not draw the attention. But it was so painstakingly slow.
I'm listening for that
As soon
thing.
as she's through, I'm going through into the left.
Make a maneuver.
So I'll pick her up when she's through. I thought we had a lot of chips, but little did I know.
14.
Flying.
Yep. So again, just painstakingly slow. You can see Ayaka still on the ground, but everyone else is standing up and back against the fence.
I'm going to try and lift Ayaka.
No, I picked her up. Well,
Oh, did you pick her up?
Yes. Once we redid that, I recently stated that as I stood, I picked her up.
I apologize, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Roll me a maneuver.
Okay, I'll go with this guy. He's been doing better for me. Oh, thanks a lot. So one of my cards said something about the disconnect on a 1 or something. That's not something we're doing. Is that correct?
So out of character, you don't have
Yeah, just
any.
completely out of character. I'm
You don't
curious.
have anything that is on your person that's going to cause a contradiction.
Okay.
So you don't have anything that's going to
Cool.
disconnect from this.
So that's a big 5. That's a big 5-er.
big fiver.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you bend down to pick her up, it's like, she's just definitely a bit
my
heavy.
Butt cramp.
So you go to, there's a little bit of surge, and
Oh, my back! My back is acting up again.
Throw my back out.
and you.
Oh,
man.
shit, all that, right? I stay still, dude. It's my only defense.
Well, at least I'm picking her. At least I'm holding her in front of me.
What
I have the body armor.
what is your dex? And it's going to be -2 because of Ayaka.
My dex -2 is 6.
Okay.
I was picturing this, We set up that damn sentry gun again. It's fucked up.
And it can shoot straight down then.
Apparently, well, yeah, I guess.
Unless it's like across the building.
Unless it's coming from a different direction, there's more than one. I'm assuming there's probably more than one along the fence.
So you go and
Well, I do
and
have a dodge skill. I don't know if that adds to the dex in this case. My dodge is a 9, then my dex is an 8.
Yeah, we have.
I can't really dodge while I'm trying to be still, but
There isn't an action called dodge. I looked for that earlier. I don't know. Yeah. I don't
Right,
know.
but the way I was assuming was dodge was for melee missile defense, and melee was for melee defense, and unarmed was for unarmed defense.
So normally you would be able to
But
do
in
a
this
dodge.
case, I can't dodge, right? Because I'm holding her.
Actually, you know what? I was going to say because you're not aware of fire combat, but you know this one is. So yeah, you can use your dodge. And so does that?
So that adds +1. Well, I don't know, but I have dodge 1 plus
Okay.
1. Yeah.
So what would have been your total?
9 minus 2 would have been 7 instead of 6.
Okay. So the gun fires. You hear it hit, but you don't know exactly where. You have Ayaka on your back.
I'm doing the Idaho potato sack carry.
See, the human shield is a good idea. Saved you.
All right, so now I will get in line behind him.
Okay.
Which I just did, and then we're waiting for Kiku. Come through slowly.
Very slowly.
Roll maneuver.
So what did it appear to be that set the gun off?
Him going, oh!
I stumbled. No, yeah, I stumbled as I was picking
that
her up.
Sun
Yeah.
movement. Okay.
Yeah.
And was it the same? Was it the same machine that fired at me earlier?
Yes. Yes, it was.
All right.
12.
Yeah. So again, painstakingly slow, holding your breath, even close your eyes at one point, but stand up and up against. So at this point, we are going to hold off and wait till next episode to see if the heroes actually make it to the building with the lights and find out what's inside. So come back next week for a Sunday of Possibilities.
All right.
All right.
Thank you for joining us on another NCRP Productions podcast. We couldn't do this without you, so please like and subscribe everywhere we're found, including YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Google, Apple, Spotify, and other great podcast sites. If you'd like to help us continue making more content, we'd love to have your support on our Patreon. And if you have any feedback for us, please feel free to comment on our podcasts or email us directly at ncrpproductions@gmail.com. That's ncrpproductions@gmail.com. And we'd like to give a special shout out to our current patrons, MD Parker 4, Chef Francis, Crowman 76, Loading Mad Cat, M. Coling, November Stevenson, and Rosix 13. Thank you all. We truly, truly appreciate it.